Hey, everybody, welcome in to another Banter with Bill. My name is Bill, for those who haven't been here before. And I am Warm Strong Adventures. So, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. I see I got some people already in here ready to get this talk going. Last week, we were supposed to talk about the quantum of the seas. I think TJ is in here. I think he's on quantum right now. So, I want to know what he thinks about quantum. So I'm glad he's in here. Maybe he can drop a couple of lines and tell us what he thinks about the ship. This week we are going to talk about. Last week I was supposed to talk about it, but we got off subject. Kids, hot tubs, virgin. We started talking about everything but this subject. But I'm going to make sure that we talk about quantum because quiet as it's kept, I didn't think it was a bad ship. I didn't think it was a bad ship, and it offered quite a bit. Hopefully people might get out there. If I had to go out there, I would Quantum Navigator, either one. I would pick Panorama is from Carnival, is one of my favorite Carnival ships. Besides the XL class, Panorama is one of my favorites. So if you get out there, I think you have good choices when you get out there. Make a long story short, I am going to acknowledge right off Embarkation Nation coming in hot with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Jennifer and Andrew and Chloe. Thank you so much. It looks like Shay's Adventure has one. The Mikey Story has one. Mind Forked has one. SGT Stacking has one. And Cruise Life 22. Cruise Life, welcome in. Welcome to the strong crew. Let me see. It happened so fast. Let me check out my media. Hold on. Where's my media at? I got media here. I'm going to do the new member alert. I appreciate you so much, and Embarkation Nation. You know what? I'm going to throw the old school one at you for dropping that the 5 gifted membership.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Money talk. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Dollar, dollar, ching, ching, bling, bling, got the chatter.
Dollar. Oh, sorry. That ended a little too fast. But thank you guys, appreciate it, and welcome to the strong crew. Go check out some of the member only videos. I'm going to try to do more of that on a regular basis. Hopefully every week I can drop something for members only. Yeah, just coming in here. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. It doesn't cost anything. You just hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell whenever I go live. You'll be one of the first ones to know about it. I can see right out my peripheral vision. I can see TJ is mentioning something, so I'm gonna have to get to the chat and start going down there and seeing what I see. So let me go back to the top of the chat real quick. Emily, well, welcome in, Emily. Well, Emily's saying she can't make it. My bad. Well, Emily, I appreciate it. Don't work too hard. Don't work hard at all. Matter of fact, get paid and try not to work hard. Carnival Cruise Addicts are next in here. Welcome in, Carnival Cruise Addicts. Thank you for being a channel member. I appreciate it. We got Shay's in the house. If I'm not mistaken, Shay is a new channel member. Welcome to the strong crew, Shay. Appreciate you coming in. Embarkation Nation, they are the ones, the members with the mostest. I think they've been around, them and Uncle Dave, been around the longest. Thank you again, Jennifer. We really appreciate it. We got Keisha in the house. Welcome in, Keisha. Let's do a little heart show for Keisha. Appreciate it. I'm getting off subject already, but I don't know why. The sun is out and bright and shiny. I'm like, oh, I got plenty of time before I get ready for my live. Yeah, no. You don't go live at 7 o'clock anymore. You go live at 5. So will you get over there and get live? And I was actually rushing. I didn't post a link for Paul up here yet. So yeah, I started rushing at the end. Believe it or not, had all day, nothing to do. Everybody saying hello, gift them 5 memberships. I got that already. Hanging in there, Shay. Will G, welcome in. Will G, I appreciate you being in here. If you notice, I'm trying to go through the chat faster so we can get down to the meat and potatoes, since I like meat and potatoes so much. Meat and potatoes of the chat today. Will G's in the house. He just got back off the cruise. I believe it was Dream from Barcelona. I know Will G doesn't post a lot. I've been following on Facebook, and he posts pictures from Facebook. And he went where I want to go. He went to Sagrada Church. I heard they just put the top on it. For those that don't know, Sagrada Church La Familia is a church they've been building for close to 150 years. And they finally put the top on, meaning that it's not going to get any bigger. They're still working on it. So they're not expecting it to be done to about 2030. So they're still working on it. If you check out Keisha, I believe Keisha has some pictures posted on it. She actually went inside. I wanted to go inside, but I didn't plan, people. If you're going to go overseas, plan your trips. Plan your trips. So I'm going back to Barcelona. I am planning my trip to there so I can see the church, the interior of the church. It's beautiful, and you can see like the different eras where they built the church. It's beautiful. If you won't forget it. If you ever see it, you won't regret it. DT Cruiser, welcome in. Thank you for being a member. Also appreciate it. There's TJ. Welcome in, TJ. Am I right, TJ? You're on Quantum now. Carnival Cruise Addict said hello. And I'm still going down. Will G cruised out of Seattle last May, and we'll be cruising out of Long Beach in December on NCL for New Year's Eve. No, I want to do a New Year's Eve cruise. I've never done a New Year's Eve cruise. I want to do it. Will G, somebody's gonna have to do it first. We need to get you up on the live so we can hear in your words what you think about cruising and certain ships. Because quiet as it's kept, Will G is well traveled. And when you see him in person, I mean, you just go back and forth. I mean, he's a talker. People don't let the quiet, innocent Will G on here fool you. He's a talker. Carnival Cruise Addict said first time on the West Coast will be July to Alaska. Nice. I'm curious. I think cruising from the West Coast, which is kind of on subject here, is a different animal. I think the people on the West Coast are different, and not that they don't have a party vibe, they do, but it's kind of a different party vibe. To me, it's an older crowd, not old, but a older crowd than like the spring breakers, 3-day cruise, 4-day cruise, seeing how much you can drink. And I don't get that feeling whenever I cruise out of LA. I don't get that. Seattle, I'm usually going to Alaska or going over to Brisbane, Australia, and those are totally different cruises. Any longer cruise, Alaska and longer cruises, you get an older crowd. So it's expected not to be too much of a party crowd. Cruise Convo. Here's another travel. Welcome in, Mike. Appreciate it. Hello, Bill. I really like the Quantum class. Ovation is one of my favorites. The venues are tailor-made for me. They have a ton of venues, and the ship is. I'm going to talk more about the ship. Since we're talking about it right now, but the ship has a ton of things to do. And I really think, people always talk about Carnival, at least back when I was, raising my kids and stuff like that. Carnival was the fun ship. Carnival was the family ship. Carnival was where, if you had a family cruise, you pick Carnival. I'm not so sure of that. I did probably because of the price at the time, but Royal ships have a ton of things to do for families. And that's one of the things we're going to be talking about this ship. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm moving. I always thought Carnival was the family ship. I'm starting to think Royal is really becoming a family ship, if not already the family ship. When you look at their ships and what they have installed for the families. Blah, 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 blah. Cruise Convo says, and yes, I enjoyed cruising from the West Coast. A lot of people do. I don't really, I don't mind cruising from the West Coast. I don't mind cruising from the West Coast. I want it to be summertime. I want it to be warm. And that's one of the problems that I won't cruise like in the wintertime, I don't think, unless I get a really good deal out of the West Coast anymore, because it can get cold, not freezing, not Detroit cold, but it can get cold. And then on the Pacific Ocean down there, it can get a little nippy at night. And I like to go outside at night. Will G, have you yet to cruise a Quantum class ship? I like it. Navigator and Quantum, and both have been out of LA, and both ships I enjoyed. Here's TJ. The steakhouse is good, but the service is horrible. I didn't go to any specialty restaurants. This was my second time going to the steakhouse on Royal, and both times slow service. I went every time I've gone on to Chops Grill. Did I go on Allure? Probably so. Allure, Wonders of the Seas. I'm sure I've done another one. And I've always had great service, and I've always enjoyed their service. I've always enjoyed Royal service, and I always love the way they cooked my food. Simple guy, go to the steakhouse, I get a steak, they cook it the way. When I say medium, they cook it medium. And the sides, the baked potatoes or whatever it is, it comes out at a good temperature. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Haha, we like the old school ones. I'm getting there. I honestly, quite honestly, I am getting over. Hey, Frankie Floyd, welcome in on the Facebook side. I'm over. Hey, Mia and Keisha, both on the Instagram side. Welcome in. For me to see Instagram, I have to go over here and click on it. So if you're over there for a little bit, just give me a second. I'll get over there and say hi. But with all the ships that they have out now, with all that there's to do on the ships now, what is enough? How much is I don't want to create another topic right here, but what is too much? I go on for a week and I still can't see everything. Is that too much? All I want to do is cruise. But on Quantum of the Seas, great ship, and we're going to talk about it. But bumper cars, rock climbing, the air thingy, the observation deck. I mean, they had ice shows, ice skating. How do you want more? What more do you want? What more do you want from cruising? And I think that's one of the reasons why it's getting away from so much of what we can do for you. It's like, okay, well, how do we create what we have, but at a higher experience? And I'm starting to see people wanting to go more for the upscale cruising. Not my topic today, maybe next week, but not my topic today. But I think that's why because right now I'm cheap, so I don't know if I want to pay more for a higher level experience. But I can understand why people want the private area, the pool, the hot tubs, the suites, the saunas. I can see you separate yourself from the entire ship. So instead of having this big, you're on Star of the Seas, but you put yourself into that little area where, nobody's coming around but us. That's not a big ship. That's you. You isolated yourself. You go on Yacht Club on MSC. You cut out World America, you cut yourself off. The only time you come down to the Commoners is maybe to see a show, and then you got your own little section there. So is it the big ship that you like, or is it just the isolation and having a higher upper scale experience? And I think people are going that way. Lee, welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming in here, Lee. Happy Monday, says Keisha. Linda M, welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, everybody. Hi, Bill. Hi, everybody. Bill, I'm going back on the MSC Seascape April 26th. I'm trying to plan it. I don't know what day it's going to be. I'm trying to get back to MSC. I don't know if it's Seascape. I kind of want to do World America again. If I'm looking for, if I can get a deal in there, I'm going to try to sneak in a World America. I got Zach Culture, Coca Culture. Welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming in here. Everybody saying hello. Carnival Cruise Addict, 25 months. Not bad. That's a lot. Thank you guys so much. Whoop.
Yo, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat.
I know. It wasn't a super chat, but you've been a member 25 months. Yeah, you're super to me. You're super chatty. Let me keep going. Scratch and Pete, welcome in. Welcome in. Everybody said hello. TJ's on the Quantum right now. We're in Ensenada. Nice. What are you doing in Ensenada? I did an ATV ride in Ensenada, and I loved it. I did that on a Meat and Eye cruise. Hold on. Speaking of Meat and Eye, oops. Brought to you by Simple Sips. That's going to be the sponsor for the day. Simple Sips. Get over there and check out Meat and Eye. They're about to drop a new book. They're adding authors to their titles. Author, 2 titles, authors. Anyway, go check out their channel and their new book coming out. If you like to drink, you know. If you know, you know, as they say. Embarkation Nation says, cruising with Will G is the best. Will G, we didn't get to go up one of the towers because of the weather. Aw. That's Barcelona. I'm assuming he's talking about the church. So that's everybody said hello. I don't want to skip anybody. I'm trying not to, but if I do, just type it in again. I'll try to catch up with you. Coker Culture says we have a premiere at 5:30. So I'll have to bounce around. All right. Now, after this is over, people, because then you have Paul. Make sure you check out Coker Culture's new video. There's enough time in the day for all of us. The Cam fam, welcome in. Appreciate you being a member of the channel. Linda M, I forgot that I didn't see you, but Linda's a member too. Welcome in as a member, Linda. Appreciate it. I feel Embarkation Nation agrees. I agree. We felt like Royal was more of a family ship, right? Cruising Chris M. Chris M is what I'm going to say, but Chris, welcome in. Appreciate it. Answer the question. Yes, I've sailed from the West Road from San Pedro and Discovery Princess. And did you like it? What did you think about it, Chris? I want to ask people that cruise from the West Coast, what did you think about the weather towards the evening time on whatever ship you were on? That's my biggest complaint, besides flying way out there. But that's my biggest complaint is the weather in the evening time. Shay says, I can definitely see Royal being for families. I'm telling you, people say Carnival. Carnival has a nice little water area for the kids, but I think overall, I do believe that Royal has actually more things to do for the kids. Now, I don't know enough about the kids, the daycare centers and things like that. Which one's better, the better hours, better prices, better. I don't know anything about that. I would have to do some research into that. But as far as like, when I look around for activities and especially like for families, I see out the corner of my eye, I saw Team Reese come in here. I see they opened the hot tubs up to all the kids and everybody get in the hot tub. Okay, that I'm not bringing that up again. That's I'm just saying that because I happen to see probably Kiki coming in here and saying hi. But yeah, when you look at Royal and all the things that they can do as families, I think they would be hard pressed to not be one of the family cruise ships. Will G, I hope Carnival continues to do more SEA cruises. I'm actually looking forward to trying to do one of those. I never have, but I'm looking at it. I don't know if I would get tired of it. I gamble, but I'm not a real big gambler, but I do gamble. And I was interested because I saw one of the lobbies. I don't know what ship it was, but they had moved like slot machines into the atrium. And I'm like, this is like Vegas. Wherever you go, there's a slot machine. I'd like to try that one time. There's Team Reese. Welcome in, Team Reese. Run over here to Instagram. Keisha saying, I'm everywhere. Keisha says she's everywhere. Lagisha, welcome in, Lagisha. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a member. Whoops, hold on. I'm trying to highlight it. Boom. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Everybody saying hello. Don't want to skip anybody. North Shore Travelers. Hey, welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. It's been a little while, but I'm glad you stopped by. I got to make sure I go in and visit you guys. If you haven't done so already, people, go ahead and just hit that like button. Just do it real quick. Just knock it out. Hit the like button. Over here, the algorithm over here will appreciate it. Liz says, Eric at North Shore Travelers. Everybody's saying hello, hello. Gwen, welcome in. Gwen, appreciate you being in here. Gwen, when's your next cruise? I haven't heard you mention a cruise in a while. That doesn't sound like you, Gwen. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's too much, but it is enough to have me come back for more. I want to do it again. The thing about those cruises, a lot of them are based for casino people, and you don't want a cruise ship that they don't have tables, they don't have slots, and your whole ship is all gamblers. So yeah. I mean, I could see why and how they do it, and they probably make good money on it. I would assume they make good money. I would assume. I don't know. You know, they won't show me the books like that. But look who's in the house. Z, welcome in, Z. Hope you're feeling good this afternoon. You got Scrolls Nest is in the house. Welcome in, Scrolls Nest. I know Scrolls Nest cruise from the West Coast. Tons. Did I have Randy, I'm about to say, did I have a premiere? I'm about to say, oh no, Randy, you missed your own premiere? There's another video for us to check out, people. Everybody saying hello. Okay, hold on. Carnival Cruise. Who's this? Keisha saying Carnival Cruise Addicts. I'm good with a seaside lounger, readily available snacks, and a good book. I'm getting to that, Keisha, and I don't need everything else. I don't need the world's largest dry slide. You know, I don't need that. And Quantum probably held a little over 4,000 people total, max maybe. I'd say 4,000. It didn't seem too big. And I thought it was a good sized ship. Bill, I got my first Caribbean free cruise letter this morning. Good for you, TJ. I get one. Usually they come like the last day or so, and they put it in the slot. Again, I don't gamble that much. 400 points to get you a free cruise, but a lot of them on the West Coast, it's Quantum and Navigator. But I have a couple of other ones, Mariner and Enchantment of the Seas, the older Royal ships. But for me, a cruise is a cruise. I'm happy. I'm happy. Cruising Chris, 7 months. Thank you so much, Chris. Appreciate you're not a neophyte. You know, you're not. Hold on. You're not. Don't want to play it twice, because I really am trying to get through this. I got to figure a better way to do this. I wish if I had a helper could do that while I get ready for everything else. DT Cruiser, the bigger ships may have too much too expensive in the 7 days. It does. But the question for me is, did I experience enough to want to book another cruise? It's not experience enough for me. It's did I enjoy my experience enough? I mean, just having more to do doesn't mean I enjoyed myself. It doesn't mean I enjoyed myself. And I quality over quantity. It's like, well, what do you have to offer? Like for me, and I don't want to bash Carnival, but they learn. They're taking off the boat off the newer Excel class ships, if I'm not mistaken. They're taking off the boat. The boat was a waste of time to me. That was like a one and done deal, and it's like, nah, nobody's gonna line up for that kind of price to do that repeatedly. You'll have a couple of people, but majority of people are not gonna do it. So telling me you have the only roller coaster at sea, which I heard Disney is going to change that, but only roller coaster at sea, yeah, that means absolutely nothing to me now. Najuma Brown, welcome in. Appreciate you being a member. Thank you so much. Najuma. Everybody, more to see. Welcome in. Welcome in. Scrolls, we are doing 3 cruises this year from the West Coast. Nice. West Coast, I just don't like the weather at night, and I love hanging out at night on the Lido deck, or usually it's like a little smoking area that they have outside. I love it. I absolutely love it. And from the West Coast, it's hard for me to do. I did the Firenze with you from the West Coast, and also Ovation of the Seas. Nice. I remember the Firenze. Yep, I remember you guys. I believe that's when I first met RJ, that grown man. He's talking, oh, he's 10. That was a grown man. I'm glad you were there, because I would have, hey, RJ, you want a drink? What you drinking? I would have offered him a drink, because he looked older than me. No, not quite that old. But and then if you see him now, I mean, most of you, I don't know if you saw him or heard him before, his voice is starting to change. It's deeper than mine. The best weather for cruising Carnival, the best weather for cruising from Carnival is June to September. I'm not going. That's the only time I'm on the West Coast. That's unless I get a real good deal. That's the only time I'm cruising from the West Coast. North Shore, we have only cruised once from the West Coast so far. Carnival Panorama in 2022. Okay. Shay says no Paul tonight. You can do overtime. No, my throat is getting dry already. But that does mean if I do a little overtime, I said I can't, but if I do, I can get through this Quantum of the Season. I can't do a redo. I can't do it. Z Robert. Oh, he came on the YouTube. I'm about to say, didn't you just come in with the bill? Z, welcome in, Z. Hope you're feeling. Oh, you said that already. You still haven't said how you're doing, but okay, you could type it in the chat. We everybody wants to know. Coco Culture just became a new member. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate it. Hold on. This one actually fits. Zach, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the members, but I really do appreciate it. And now I'm lost. I lost my chat. Oh, there we go. But thank you so much. Welcome to the strong crew. I gotta do more of that. I gotta get out there and put together more bumpers, or whatever they call those. Keisha says, make sure you like the live stream. I posted pictures of the HMO Island Time page, and I enjoyed the sea cruise for the fact that there were no kids. Also enjoyed the sea MDR menus, main dining room menus. I'm willing to take a look at it. When they first came out, I wasn't interested. After I cruised Virgin, it's like, you know what? I would like to see what a normal cruise would be like. I've cruised longer cruises with no kids, but never like a 7-day cruise, 8-day cruise, 9-day cruise. I've never done that on Carnival. And I would like to do it. And Will G said posted pictures. I believe that's where I saw the pictures at. I think you were up high and looking down into the atrium with the slot machines there, but I could be mistaken. TJ says, I'm doing another sea cruise in August 14th, 14 days, and October 14th, 14 days. My goodness, man. Are you ever going to be home? That's coming from me. Are you ever going to be home? Zach just dropped his channel, so if you haven't connected with Zach, make sure you go over there and connect with Zach. Linda M says, I've loved cruising from the West Coast and loved it. Do you still have to get the casino offer? Do you still have to get the casino offer for the sea cruise, or have they opened them up to everyone? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know that was just a casino offer. I know they offered them to people in the casino, but I didn't know it was just a casino offer. That's a good question. I would say they probably opened it up to everybody. I would think so. More to see. I just need a balcony. Well, do I need it? Not really, but I want one. Team Reese, I like the West Coast. It felt more late. It did. The West Coast vibe is different. It feels different to me. Together we travel. Welcome in. Welcome in. I thought it felt different. Antoinette, fun. Welcome in. Look, another member coming in the house on Banter with Bill Mondays. Is today Monday? Today's Monday. TJ says, Team Reach, you still have to get the offer. Huh. That's not fair. That's not fair. I guess if you were looking for gamblers, I guess it makes sense. They're going down here. Everybody saying hello. Later, guys. Bye, Will. Bye, Zach. We'll be over. After this, we'll come up. We're going to raid your premiere. Carnival Cruise Addicts. Everybody saying hi. Ports and Payouts. What up, Frank? Frank and Sade. Welcome up. Welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you guys coming in here. They have a couple of videos coming out. They did a live last night. Well, at least Frank did. If you like gambling, if you like slot machines, I don't gamble. I don't know enough slot machines. Foodie is in the house. Welcome in, Vicky. West Coast cruises are tricky. In my recital, I think it's very vital to rock a rhyme that's right on time. Anywho. That's what. Don't ask me why. Dementia's setting in, and the things that when I hear something that it flashes me back 30 years. Anyway, when you say, I wonder what you mean by tricky, because the only thing I find tricky is how cold it gets at night. Everybody, Big Murph is in the house. Welcome in, Big Murph. Thank you for being a member. Hey there, Bill, and everyone in the chat. I'm still at work, but sneaking in to speak. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing fine. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Scott. Oh my goodness, Bill is already bantering. It's almost over, Scott. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. I know you're probably at work because, well, we all jump forward, but Scott is still the same. He's Arizona. He's the smart state in here in the United States, where they just keep the same time year round. Who would have ever thought of that? Who would have thought of that? Anywho. I digress. It does, Scott. It really does. I mean, Scott, honestly, I almost missed this live because I'm up there, I'm relaxing. I'm like, oh, I got a little bit. Remember I said I went to Virgin and I got some Swedish fish. Thank you, Amazon. I got a pound and a half of Swedish fish. Anyway, I'm sitting back relaxing, and I got plenty of time. Have a couple of Swedish fish, and I look, and then I'm like, something seems off. Something's wrong, and it dawned on me. Hey, I got to get over there and do a live. So I didn't get my prep done. Anywho, it was terrible. Terrible. Foodie saying hello to everybody. Scott. Will G, they are open. Okay, Will G says they're open to everybody. See, that's what I thought, but I haven't really looked at them. West Coast, we like the West Coast too. It is a laid back feeling. I just need warmer nights. Warmer nights. I'm still posting the Aces content and actually have day 4 and 7 posting today. Nice. Let's go over. Make sure we go over and check out North Shore Travelers on the Magic. I haven't been on a Carnival ship in a while. I really do need to get on one. Everybody saying hello. Cruising Chris M's. I was offered the Sea Cruise. I mean, but I could see how they could fill up. I mean, I think they could sell out easily if you offer them to gamblers first. That's what they did with the those long. Remember, I'm going on a 23-day cruise, 29-day cruises. They offer them for gamblers at a real deep discount, and it fills up. Then whatever's left over, you guys come over there and pay full price. Yikes! Who would? Anyway, so I can see them doing the same thing with the sea cruises. LOL Bill, now that song will be. I know, right? I'm telling you, getting old. I hear something. If somebody walks by me and hums a song, I know the song, it's tough to get it out of my head. The longer sea cruises are offered to casino players. They don't want to overbook the ship and be crowded. I did a 14-day one in January, and the staff loved them. Oh, now, nice. Now, do you think Carnival as a better casino program? Vicky was talking about that earlier on her show. Vicky, I kind of with you on this one, and I am going to get off of this. I'm going to talk quantum. If I don't talk quantum, I do a lot of opus clips, opus cuts, and it gets harder to do it because when you don't have like a steady topic, it means every clip is like about something different. I like to focus on some certain things. I think Carnival has I think they have better offers, meaning that they'll offer you more ships, more of their newer ships, longer cruises. Not all of them, but they'll offer you more for less gambling, which is that's me, and that's what you were talking about. When you don't have like that set program, Royal 400 to get you this, 1,000 to get you that, 3,000 to get you this, 5,000 to get you that. That's not set in stone either, because MSC is like that, and I didn't reach it, but they still send offers. It's just limited offers, and I think Carnival sends more offers. Yes, Keisha, it was a lot. I'm not proud of myself, okay? Yep, it's the weather. That is, I can't seem to pinpoint on the West Coast. It's cold. I mean, not cold, not Kentucky cold, not Michigan cold, but cold. And when I go on a cruise, I don't want to be cold unless I'm going to Alaska, going to Norway. Oh, nope, something happened over in Norway. I don't even want to go to Norway anymore. Another show. We'll talk about that in another show. Ports and payouts. Did I say portholes? Ports and payouts. No, we have a cruise from the West Coast. You got to try it. I'm not proud of myself. But I mean, once I found them at the social club on Virgin, it's like, I'm hooked. You did. And I laughed, and I talked about you for sending me a 99-minute reminder. I laughed, literally laughed at you. Oh, you think I'm gonna miss my own show? Yes. And I'm laying up there. I literally sat down here, got everything set up, and hit go live because I was like 30 seconds late to go live. Yes, that's me. No, Keisha, this was earlier today. They sent me a reminder that I had a live today. Wings. Virgin, see, some people like the wings. My son loved them. Some other people loved them. I didn't like the wings. I like fried wings, and they had like baked wings. and I just I didn't like them. They were kind of like just naked wings. I didn't like them. I didn't like them. Anywho, that was karma. It really was. Okay, where was okay? First of all, flying out the West Coast is a trip, but it's something you have to do. And the timing of it, that I have to get there a day early. If I don't get there a day early, I could possibly miss the ship because that would give me like one flight to get into the West Coast. I don't have a lot of options, so yeah, I do have to plan my West Coast trip a little bit more. Scotty J is in the house on the Facebook side. Whoop whoop. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey Bill. Welcome in, Scotty J. Vicky, I'm gonna see if I can highlight that, so I can know where I come back and check that out. When I got out there, for whatever reason, we were all going through like this cold spell. So when I went out there, it was chilly. I didn't want to go out at night and do anything, and I don't bring coats with me usually. I try not to. I leave my coat if my son drops me off. I leave it in his car. If I get an Uber, I just run out to the Uber, turn the heat up, and then I run into the airport. And the West, I needed a jacket. Hoodies just wasn't cutting it on this one, and it was bad because I really kind of enjoyed the ship. I enjoyed the layout of the ship. I had first time I had it's not an ocean view window. It was a window that looked out onto the promenade. And I'm like, no, maybe that was Virgin. Scratch that. That might have been Quantum. Quantum was a different ship. That was the Freedom ship, because that was another. I'm behind in my chats. Okay, I'm old. I don't remember which cruise I went on. Quantum. The only thing that stood out about Quantum was the 2.5 hour delay we had in the very beginning. I booked my Uber. I didn't stay too far from the port and San Pedro, and something happened. There was a bad thunderstorm the night before, so some people said that it was a thunderstorm. They lost power at the port. Other people were saying that there was a bad accident on the way there that knocked down a transformer, which caused the power outage. I kind of want to lean forward towards that one, because the traffic was horrendous leading into the port. But congratulations to Royal, because we started boarding 2.5 hours late. By 4:15, we were selling out. I thought that was amazing that they were able to do that. Not that I really care, but the deck was real windy and cool. When I say cool, let's say 60 degrees, but very windy. And being on the water, I didn't enjoy it that much. But inside, for it to be an older ship, probably Quantum, I don't know, 14, maybe a little earlier than 2014. I don't think it was. Is it older than that? Somebody who knows Royal can correct me on that. I want to say 14, but it could be a little earlier than 14. I think they kept it up well. Everything worked well on the ship. My cabin was nice. They even have the nightlight that I love. The nightlight that I love is in the bathroom, stays on all the time, very low level. So when you close the door, you can still see at night. If you get up at night, some of us get up at night. So if you get up at night and not have a problem, don't have to leave another nightlight on. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And as far as like the shows, I really do think most of the cruise ships I went on with Royal, they were like Oasis class ships, and they had the theatrical shows, the Mamma Mia, the Grease, and all that. I like them. I like those shows. I don't like it on ships that I do more than one cruise on. And so, in other words, I saw Mamma Mia. The Mamma Mia was a 2.5, 3 hour show. They had an intermission. I would never do it again. It was a one and done. And if you had a just a regular production show, you could mix it up, maybe mix some songs up, mix the choreography up, or something. But the Mamma Mia, don't know if I ever go back for 3 hours on a cruise to see Mamma Mia. It was good. I would recommend it if you ever go. And same thing when, on Allure, they had another show. I don't remember which one. That might have been Mamma Mia, but Allure, Wonder of the Seas, Utopia. I'm not a big fan of that. But I will say their entertainment is top notch. The best singers was it Wonder of the Seas I went on, and they had Effectors on, which was like Terminators or not Terminators, which Transformers. I mean, it was a great show. The first time I went, they had technical difficulties, so they couldn't do it. The next night, they had it. It was it entertained me. And even though it was a show, I would go back and see it again. I mean, I was out there with my repulsive rays, Iron Man people, repulsive rays. Bing, bing, bing. Anyway, I was out there. I was a kid again. I was a kid. And I'm sure the kids loved it, and they were flying out over the audience, and they had drones flying everywhere, and the lights were coming out flashing, and you felt like you were part of it. It was a great show. I would go back and see that again. This particular ship didn't have it, but they did have quality entertainers. But they did have an ice rink. You know what they had? Bumper cars. You know what they had? A flow rider. They had a ton of things, and I'm looking, and when you have a ton of things for kids to do, and I'm getting back on that subject again, but that means they're not all around the pool area because they have other things to do. And I really enjoyed the way that it was laid out. Their atrium, it probably had to be Freedom. I went on Freedom. They had a solarium, but to get to the elevators, that you had to walk down on the sides of the solarium. So you have the solarium here, and to get to the elevator, all the families, all the kids are coming this way. So much for peace and quiet in the solarium, because everybody had to walk that way. Well, half the ship had to walk that way to get to their room, to the cabin. This solarium was, you were isolated. I loved it. Pools everywhere. Because it was cold, now everybody is gravitating towards the hot tubs in there, the adults, not the kids, but the adults. So they stayed, I'm looking at a comment from Vicky. I'm getting to it, Vicky, I'm getting to it. The hot tubs there were kind of full. Too full for me. I don't like a lot of kids. I don't like a lot of adults in my hot tubs. I think from here on out, if I'm doing a hot tub, I'm doing early in the morning hot tub. So that means I'm gonna be drinking at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning with my drink, taking a picture, Instagram, deuces. That's what I'll be doing, because I can't do later in the day. And just when I was on a cruise, I'm sitting there watching them. And every night, there's a hot tub right by where I smoke cigars at. Every night, they empty that hot tub and cleaned it, which most people would go, that's a good thing. Yeah, they emptied it out and cleaned it. You know what went through my head? So in other words, it was just a soup. It's like coffee. You made your coffee at 8 o'clock in the morning. Now here it is, 11 or 12 o'clock at night. You're finally emptying the pot. And I mean, it just, I was disgusted. I'm not going into a hot tub ever again late at night. I don't care how empty it is. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, because they have to clean it out because it's dirty, right? Well, I mean, it's been getting dirty all day long as they went. Okay, I'm sorry. We're not going to talk about that either. But the layout of the ship, the Lido deck was a tough sell because of everything was kind of divided up because of the pools and things like that. I'm not a big Lido deck person as far as the cellaways. I thought it was good. But they do have like a promenade going down the center of the ship. So they had a lot of shows in the interior. I like that. I like where the ship's divided in half. You got, bars and restaurants on each side. I do like that. I like that design. Kind of like an Oasis class ship. A couple of floors, different layouts. I thought the casino was pretty large, and connected to the casino was Playmakers. So that I enjoyed that. They could have upgraded it with a Johnny Rockets, but they didn't. I didn't do a lot of the especially restaurants, so I can't tell you about that. The Windjammer was decent, and I will always say thank you to Royal for trying to shame people into washing their hands before they go eat. I mean, they literally had it roped off. You had to walk around somebody saying washy washy. No, come washy 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 washy. You literally had to go around somebody who's screaming at you washy washy to not wash your hands. And most people, whether you could tell they weren't going to wash their hands, but they went there and washed their hands, at least put water on their hands. This one lady though, and it was right when I was filming that to make a little video out of it, a lady just walked right on by like she didn't hear, and sure enough, straight to the buffet. And I'm like, people are disgusting. But I still love cruising, so I'm not going to stop cruising. Let me go. I know I'm falling further and further behind in the chat. People, if you have not hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. The algorithm will appreciate it. And if you're new here and you haven't subbed to the channel yet, maybe think about subbing to the channel. If you're in here and you have a channel and you want people to sub, #strong. We'll drop your link to your channel. So whoever's in here wants people to come over to their channel. Lita Shay, welcome in. It's a nice ship. Yes. For an older ship, long story short, thank you, Lita Shay. Keeping me on track. Thank you. I know it's because I'm so far behind in the chat. But I think 2014, last dry dock. Thank you, TJ. For a ship from 2014, it's a nice ship, and you're giving it to me at a good price. So in other words, I don't have to gamble a lot, but I can still get on this ship. I can still get on Quantum and Navigator on the West Coast. I do that all day long. I wish they could fix the weather so it's warmer at night, but I could do that. I could do that. Everybody's saying hello. I think you need to be a theater person to appreciate their Broadway shows. I appreciate it. I thought the shows were well done. Mamma Mia, and that's the one I can think of right now. Mamma Mia was the one that I remember. I enjoyed it. I'm up there. I'm singing along. I'm enjoying myself. Take a break because I'm like, yeah, if they have intermission, I'm out of here at intermission. I don't like to walk out during the middle of the show, but I'm out of here at intermission. Man, I came back with a drink and I was ready for the second half. My kids did the bumper cars, roller skating, laser tag. Yeah, I forgot about the laser tag and roller skating, ice skating ring, They had a ton of things to do. I wish, well, my kids were too old by then. I don't know what they had available, but for the last 15 years, they've had this kind of stuff on these ships, and I deprived my kids. My kids were going on the inspiration, the imagination, the whatever I could get a good deal on at the time. And it's like, no wonder they don't think anything about the cruising. Well, now they do because they get out and buy their own. But they don't think much about the cruising and activities on a cruise ship. But yeah, that was 2014. When did I mean, you're all the stuff, Lita Shay, all the stuff you're naming right now. When did the Excel class ship come out? Are we 2019, 2018? So Royal is putting out the Quantum of the Seas with all this stuff, and Carnival 2015-ish is probably putting out Panorama and Vista, Horizon. What is there to do on those ships? One had a movie theater, one had a bounce around gym thingy. And I just look at the ship and I'm amazed at how much there is to do on these older ships. Vicky said, I dislike effectors triggers your PTSD. I don't have that, so I didn't have that problem. Kevin, welcome in, Kevin. I appreciate you being in here, Kevin. Word up. Thank you for the share on Reddit. Appreciate it, Kevin. They sound like Keisha, a lot of fun for kids to do. And the more the kids have to do, the less I have to deal with kids. Not that they really bother me anyway, because usually if I'm on a cruise ship, I'm at a bar, at a sports bar, at a casino, in a smoking area. The only problem I have people with smoking area is on MSC ships. For some reason, people on MSC, when they smoke, they bring their kids with them. And I try not to ever do that around kids. Rock climbing? Yes. The Flow Rider, I mean, they tons of options. And it's an older ship, so hopefully you can get it at a cheaper price. Hopefully you can, I mean, and that's, to me, that's what I like. And I didn't even get to the North Star. As a matter of fact, I didn't get on it. I meant to get on it. Did I tell you did I tell you I don't plan things? So I didn't plan. So when I got on there, I didn't book the North Star, like the free time for the North Star. They had it for $45, $50. You can get on the North Star, which would have been nice. I wasn't paying $45, $50 to get on it. And I didn't. And I couldn't get a free slot. So I didn't do it. But I mean, that observation deck would have been nice. So I've always said Carnival was like 10 years behind. And I still kind of sort of believe that. Now I'm going to give Carnival, they're coming up with this Jubilee and taking away the boat. And it looks like making a bigger area for kids. So hopefully they will have all this entertainment for kids. Hopefully. But I think Carnival ships are narrower than Royal ships. Royal ships are wider, it seems, when you look at the numbers. And it doesn't seem like by a lot, 20, 30 feet, maybe 40 feet, maybe wider. But it looks like it makes a big difference in how the layout of the ship feels. Everybody's saying hello, dropping their links, good for them. The hot tubs at night in the solarium aren't too crowded. Yeah, TJ, but I don't know if when you wrote this, but that's when they start cleaning them, and it's like, how dirty are they? No thanks. If I don't get there in the morning, I probably won't be doing any hot tubs. Everybody dropping their links, appreciate it. Hello, Vicky. Catch up. Got to head out. Eric, North Star travelers, go out, have some dinner, enjoy, have something for me. Nice steak, potato. That's what I like. I missed your casino. Did I skip over because I was high? Oh, I did. Vicky, I'm sorry. If you type it again, Vicky, I will get back to it, I promise. I highlighted one you were talking about, the effectors. Or maybe, was that it? Hold on. I thought that was the effectors. Because I only highlighted one comment. I don't know, did I unmark it? I must have. Give me 1 second, people. 1 second. TJ. Carnival have better. Okay, it's got to be right around here someplace because the weather. I'm coming up to it, Vicky. I'm getting close. I should share my screen so you can see what I do. Scotty J came in here. Okay, I agree, Bill. I won't know for sure until the Unhinged, but I am on Utopia in May. Used to be my favorite ship. Biggest casino? I may be in trouble. Good thing it's only 4 nights. They do have if that's the one you're talking about, Vicky. They do. Carnival has. I think they have some nice casinos, and I think they like. If you like slots, I think they update a lot of their on the Excel class ships. I think they update the machines maybe a little bit more, and I have no problem with Carnival casinos. I have no complaints with Carnival casinos. The only time I ever had a complaint was like doing those 29-day cruises. A lot of gamblers on there, and the first night it was a line 2 or 3 people deep to get to a slot machine. I'm not that big a gambler, so I walked away for the first couple of nights. I didn't even go to the casino. You know why? Because I'm not waiting in line to get on a slot machine. I'm not waiting on line to get to a table, and they don't have the best table rules. Okay, I think I'm catching up. I'm somewhat coming back. I'm getting a phone call. That's okay. Thanks. Okay, hold on. That vibrating is killing me. Going to the Windjammer. We're going to go back to the Windjammer. I think the food selection for the Windjammer was decent. It seemed like very, very repetitive. Very, very, very repetitive. And you can find enough to eat, but I didn't like the temperature of the food. I thought the temperature of the food was not the greatest. The very first night it was decent, but after that it wasn't the greatest. But I gotta admit, I went to the main dining room 2 or 3 nights, and I sat at the same table, I had the same waiter, and the chef, whoever was cooking the steaks, did not know how to cook a steak. And I may send it back one time. I'm not sending it back 2 or 3 times. You know, I didn't put up a big fuss, but I mean, it's like, dude, somebody has to take quality control seriously on the ship. And that was the main dining room. The buffet, I didn't have a problem. They were very nice coming around. Can they help you with anything? Can they, I guess I look old enough. You need help with your tray and stuff like that. And very helpful. Do you need anything else to drink? The buffet was, I enjoyed the buffet. The only thing about the buffet was at times it could be crowded. I wasn't in a rush to eat there. So I could go early or I could go late. So the crowds weren't too bad. The main dining room was where I had my biggest problem. The main dining room was not as good as I thought it should be. And this wasn't as good as I thought it should be. And, I heard people talk about like the consistency of the main dining room, the consistency of the Windjammer. And for me, I don't know why, like Carnival, I think they're like, especially the Excel class ships, have, and maybe it's because it's what I'm used to. I enjoy Carnival's buffet better than the Windjammer. Now you might have a little more room on in the Windjammer, but the Carnival, as far as the food quality wise, and I know it's kind of repetitive also and doing the same thing over and over again, but on the Excel class ships, it was always warm. Now I will take the exception to that. The exception is the midnight snacks or whatever that is. That is the worst thing that worst food that Carnival has ever come up with. Whoever idea that was, is to throw anything out there at midnight, so people, been drinking all night or whatever, can have something to eat. I mean, they didn't even put out like the real pizza. like from the pizzeria. It's some cafeteria type food. And no, give me, I'd rather go down to Sorrento's and get a slice of pizza. TJ said Quantum took a lot of business away from Carnival on the way. I could believe it. I mean, if I had a choice to go do Quantum or Panorama, there is no choice. If I had a family, I'm doing Quantum. If I'm going solo, adult, I'm doing Quantum. I don't know about the prices because I've never priced a cruise out there without a casino deal. But right now, it's like I get casino deals for Panorama. I'd rather do Quantum and Navigator. Yeah, because the prices are the same and sometimes cheaper than Carnival. Rick, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for being a channel member. I appreciate it so much, Rick. Thank you so much. Rick, the Texas Cruiser is in the house. TJ, I think you were talking about, was it earlier today, maybe, or someday you put a video out, you were trying to pizza on Quantum, and you thought, you thought Virgin had better pizza. Right. You had thought Virgin had better pizza. Virgin pizza wasn't bad. I still think MSC, when you get their pizzas hot and fresh, I still think they have the best pizza around. I still do. But I'm learning to like Sorrento's a little bit more. I just wish there was a more options. Miss Vicky comment. I agree, Bill. I won't know for sure until the unhinged. Oh yes, thank you. Yes. But the thing with Carnival, if you gamble, a couple $100, I'm sure they're going to send you an offer. I'm sure they're going to send you an offer. Thank you. Sorry about that, Vicky. And Vicky, let me know if I'm wrong here. Hopefully, Vicky, you're still here. Let me know if I'm wrong. I think Vicky is having me and Kiki from a Team Reach Travels on Friday morning. Right, Vicky? Hello, Vicky. I think we're going to be talking some more Virgin. Me and Kiki, we're going to knuckle up because she has kids and family, and we're going to talk about cruising with no kids and stuff like that. So, and no, we're not going to. I'm just joking about that. We're not going to knuckle up. That's the great thing as far as cruising. Everybody can have a different opinion. We're talking about pizza. TJ likes Virgin Voyages pizza. I like MSC. Somebody else likes Carnival, and then Sorrento. There's no right answer. Some things there are no right answers to. It's all about personal preference. And back when I had my kids, they were little cruising with me. I wouldn't have thought about adult only. You don't like my kids? You can get out of here. This is the way I would have been back in my younger day. But they were coming. They were coming on the cruise, whether anybody else liked it or not. And I didn't know anything about it as far as adult cruises. So nope. Hinky Nookie, welcome in, Mr. Bill, and everyone that's listening and working. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Everybody saying hello. Team Reach Travel MSC is going to one up both of them. They're building a cruise terminal in Los Angeles. Yes, I'm afraid. MSC came for the kill. The MSC came for the kill. But hopefully, for the next few years, I don't ever have to worry about too many people, because there's enough MSC hate out there that they may not become the most popular cruise line, but they're coming for the kill. They're going to go. I think it's 26. I think they're starting to go to Alaska. You're telling me you're going to Alaska on a nice ship for half the price, 75% of the price? That's a good one. Hinkaduki says, I got off the Holland America Eurodam over, and overall the food is a notch above most others. I've heard Holland America. I've heard good things about their food. Princess, Celebrity, I think I heard the most good things about the food. Prince Daniel, welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. Hey, oops, just skipped on me. Hey, Tanya, welcome in. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Tanya, for being a channel member. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, the cruising scene, it is starting to change, but I've also found out it's starting to change for me too. And I wonder, one of Tanya's, that this is what made me stop and pause. Pause. I'm like, what? Anyway, cruising is starting to change, and I do want to talk to some people as far as what are they thinking. I mean, right now, Royal can build whatever they want at whatever price. Disney can build whatever they want at whatever price, and people are paying it. At what point do you get to enough is enough? You know, at what point? Because I think I'm getting there. I really wasn't planning on going on Virgin. My son got a casino deal. Pops, you want to go? Yeah, I'll go. And I loved it. Would I love Virgin if I had to pay full price? Or would I like to go on a Carnival casino deal? Or would I like on an older ship, some newer ships, Royal, some of their older ships, I can go on a party cruise. I just refuse. Royal will send me for like Wonder of the Seas. I just refuse to go on a 3-day or 4-day cruise on Wonder of the Seas again. I just don't feel like, just too many young people all seeing how much they can drink all at one time. And I really don't want to do it. I mean, will I do it because it's free? Yes, I will do it because it's free, but I don't want to. I'd rather do it on a 7-day cruise someplace. But at what point do you like say enough is enough? When am I going to stop overpaying for? It's like Disney. As much as I want to go on a Disney cruise, and when the grandkids get old enough, my daughter's going to take them on a Disney cruise. Will I go one time? Yes. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to pay Disney prices to cruise on there. I don't care. They could rub my feet every night. They could massages for everybody. I'm not going. I'm not spending that kind of money to go on a cruise, because all I want to do is go there, have a drink, smoke a cigar, go to a beach. That's all I want to do. You know, I mean, the latest water roller coaster. What is that? A dry slide. I don't want to go on a dry slide. I'm tired of all that. You know, give me nice venues. Give me a jazz club. Give me a Latin club. You know, give me an old school club. If you want to start something new, give me an old school club. Now you got me. But this, what they're building now, I mean, I don't want it, and it doesn't help me when I see these slides break. You know, no, I don't want to hang over the edge side of the ship. I understand. A lot of people do, because they're thrill junkies and they like doing that kind of stuff. I'm talking for me. So I'm not saying that you're wrong, because you like what you like. But why would I want to, for the love of all that's good, why would I pay Star of the Seas prices? What's on this? What do you think is on that ship that Warmstrong has to see for those prices? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is worth it. I've never been on an Icon class ship. Maybe it is worth it to see that pearl in the middle of the promenade. Maybe it is worth an extra $2,000 or $3,000. Could be. Maybe holding 7,000 people instead of 3,000 people. Maybe it is worth that kind of. And how did I get on this subject? I don't know. People, you're supposed to keep me focused, but I don't know. And I'm gonna work it back around into a circle to make this make sense. Quantum of the Seas was that ship. Quantum of the Seas offered pretty much everything I would want on a cruise ship, and at a cheaper price. My only complaint with Quantum of the Seas was we got to work on the chef a little bit, and the cold weather in LA. That's why I don't like cruising out of New York in the wintertime, because the first 2 days you have to cruise so far down. I don't like cruising on New York. I would assume Baltimore would be like the same way. It's like a day or so, day and a half before you get to warm weather. When I cruise, I normally want to be in warm weather. The sarcasm. What was I sarcastic about? I don't know. Keisha, you know I just talk, okay? You know I just talk. Everybody saying hello, happy Monday. Nightbot, thank you for coming in, Nightbot. I gotta make sure I turn Nightbot off. So when me and Scott go live on Wednesday, it's not on. Well, not the part about Banter with Bill. People, if you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. And hold on. My phone, I'm moving my phone. 6:19. I did go over. Paul's not going live, so we'll keep talking for a few more minutes. Hit the like button. If you haven't sub to the channel, make sure you sub to the channel. I think I just hit 3,100. So that 4,000 seems like a ways away, but it's slowly but surely. I want to get there. I just hit 875,000 views. So I'm gonna post when I hit 900,000. But my goal is I can't wait to hit 1 million views. I can't wait to hit 1 million views, so I can walk around and brag. I put on a T-shirt, 1 million views, which is views. I want to hit 1 million views. I want to, and I really like that. I prefer Royals and with Virgin at second and Carnival's last. I haven't sailed on MSC yet. They're all acceptable. If you're talking about pizza, Texas, Texas Cruiser, Rick. I was impressed with MSC Seascape. The food and crew were fantastic. I really do think MSC listens. I think they listen to people and they really try to make it better. I really do. Bill, I didn't know you wanted to come on this Friday too. Oh, Vicky, I thought you invited me. I thought you invited me. No, you guys can have it. No, you guys can have it. You guys can have it. I must have misread whatever you wrote down there. Oh, I can do it or next Friday. I may not be here next Friday. And I think you did ask me. Somebody, maybe no, that was Tanya that asked me. I may not be here the following Friday, but anytime I'm available, Vicky, I'm more than happy to come on. Just let me know. It's a morning show, so you gotta really let me know like the day before, so I don't stay up late. But it's up to you. If you want me to come on with Kiki, no. Friday, the following Friday, I would have to actually look at the schedule, and I'm assuming it's the 10 o'clock in the morning show is what you're talking about. So I would have to just look at the schedule. But it was however I read it, it sounded like. I don't know. It sounded like we were all coming on at the same time. Portion payouts. The pizza on Holland America Eurodam is pretty good. Better than Sorrento's? Portion payouts? Hey, Pete, Rick. What's that? Foodie Vacations. Agree, portion. Oh, see? I got a Holland America. Well, then you need to come with us to an all-inclusive resort. I will one of these days. I'll find somebody and drag them along. I'm not being the third wheel at a resort. I don't mind being a third wheel on a cruise ship. I'd rate a cruise in a heartbeat. You guys having a group cruise, reconnecting at sea? I'm there. Kick me off if you want to. I can't book with you apparently, but yeah, kick me off if you want to. I'm there. You're gonna be at the lounge what night? I'm there. You're gonna be where you gonna be at? I'm there. Until I can't be there. Hold on. Tidy said something about a jazz club. Hold on, give me that. The jazz lounge, the supper club, that's it. I would never leave. What sarcasm? I didn't have sarcasm, I didn't think. MSC has decided they are going to keep pace with Royal. They are. I mean, I don't know if they're going to come out with any innovations because, quite frankly, they just copied Oasis class ship and called it World America. They did a good job on it. I'm not saying they didn't do a good job on it. and they kept it. Thank you, Lee. They kept it simple, and I really, that's my favorite ship as of today's date. That's my favorite ship. Team Reese. Wait, I thought Bill was going to be on Friday too. I did too, but no, you guys can have at it. Don't get me, because I just like running my mouth. I just talk. You know, anytime. Anybody want me on this show? Just say, hey, Bill, can you come on? I'll come on and talk. Hey, Carol, welcome in, Carol. Carol just dropped a video. If you haven't seen that, thank you, Carol, for being a member. You haven't seen her new video, and I believe it was the Seascape. I haven't watched it yet, but Carol, I am going to watch it tonight because I got this live is done. I think about this live, and it keeps me up at night. So I am going to go watch that tonight. Embarkation Nation, I left, booked a cruise with Royal, and came back. What cruise did you book? You might be traveling next Friday. That's what Keisha, the 21st, I have a cruise. So either like the 19th or 20th, I'm traveling. I have to look at the flights. So I'm not sure. And I'm not sure what days. Don't judge me, people, but I don't know. So like when you ask me like, what cruise am I going on? A lot of times I really don't know. You know, I plan them out. But like right now, I probably have about 4 or 5 cruises booked, but I don't know where they're going out of. Most of them, a couple of them I do. But I really don't. Don't judge me. I haven't booked a room yet. I fly standby, so I kind of wait till the last minute, which screws me over. Unless I know like my room, it kind of screws me over because I paid the last minute prices. But unless something else major is going on in the city, there's no problem. You can always find a room someplace. You always find a room by the airport. You can always find a room wherever. Disney World is a little tricky during spring break. Mariner of the Seas. See, I get that one. I blame you for your Royal talk and them emailing me an offer during your live. I do it all the time. And they offer me these free cruises, and people, you know, I'm gonna let you know, my last the Quantum of the Seas, I had already hit Emerald. Emerald is Emerald then Diamond. I'm at 70 days. 70 days. It takes 80 to be Diamond on Royal. My next cruise, Explorer of the Seas, which is March 21st. Oh, Danny D. Oh, hey, Danny D, welcome in. Welcome in, Danny. Thank you for being a member also. I'm at 70 days. I'm going on a 5-day cruise on Explorer of the Seas, casino offer, older ship. I think it's out of Port Canaveral. 5 days. You get double points for being solo. So people wanted to go on, and I'm like, nope, nobody can go on this cruise. I need these 10 days. So at the end of this next cruise, guess who's going to be Diamond on Royal? 4 free drinks a day. Guess who's going to be Diamond on Royal? 1 day of internet. Guess who's going to be Diamond on Royal? That's Carnival, MSC, now Royal. Now I'm going to head over to Celebrity or whoever. Anywho, so yes, people, pay attention because it's coming up. We're going to talk about being Diamond. Diamond. Danny D, welcome in. Danny, I appreciate it. Diamond, nice. Everywhere I go. Anyway, now if I can only get top level, I don't know what my level is on Virgin. I did a status match, but they don't match my status if I get a casino deal, which is crazy. Look like you need a diamond. I have a diamond shirt. I literally, where did I wear it? I wore it on my live, or wore it on this last cruise I went on. I broke out the diamond shirt. What's today's date? 28th. You know what I'm gonna try to do? Hold on. Oh, where there it is. Oh, people, I forgot to even go check on Instagram. Superman, welcome in. He's long gone now. Kal-El Daily was there. So I didn't miss too many people who popped in. Let me see something real quick. Okay, well, I'm going to drop since earlier today, Embarkation Nation had dropped 5 memberships. I am going to drop 5 more right now. So that way, when I go, not this week, but the following week on Explorer, Gwen, no autographs, no pictures, no autographs, Gwen. Nah, Gwen is old school with me. So yeah, Gwen, whatever you want, Gwen. Next time we're on MSC. Andrew was off Saturday. I should be home. So anyway, I'm going to drop five memberships right now. Let's see who grabs them. For those who don't know, I try to do it every month, especially when it's around cruise time. Let's see. I dropped 5. Now I got to go try to find out who received the 5. Oh, I got it right here. Scrow's Nest is a new member. Nelly is welcome in. Nelly. Trisha, thank you, Trisha. Twisted Nerves and Drew's Adventures. Welcome to the Strong Crew, you 5. Welcome in. Hold on. Media. Let's do media. Let's do, where's the media at? Oh, right there. Randy says, thank you, but no, thank you. Thank you for coming and watching it and being here. I appreciate it. Whether, people are members or not members, coming over and saying hi, coming over, hitting that like button, coming over, watching the video, watching the short. I appreciate you. And you know what? That felt so good. Oh, did YOLO came? Did I miss YOLO? YOLO, welcome in, YOLO. I'm not on my chat, so I can't. It's hard to see because the only way I can, for whatever reason, it doesn't pop up over here on StreamYard, so I have to see it on another window. But we're gonna do that one more time because I think I have 10. Five more. There's 5 more, and I gotta go over here to see who got the memberships. Parker's on the go. Lisa J. Stocks. Bama. Has anybody seen Bamanola lately? I haven't seen Bamanola in a while. And Shallow Land. I'm butchering the name, but welcome in, and Cabaret Universe. Welcome in to the Strong Crew. I appreciate you guys coming in, supporting the channel. If it was just I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Strong Crew. I'm going to try to put out more content. Chris M. I know Chris M. is probably gone. Chris M. This goes with me on my cruises now. He sent me a package, and Scott got one also. But this is my sanitizer. So good looking out. I need that because people. That's why. So make sure you go check out Chris M. Oh, see, Chris M is in the house. See, he's still in the house. Thanks, Chris. Yep, I keep that with me. I just was cleaning out my bag, and it's like, oh, here it is. But I got to make sure I put it back in my bag. After every cruise and everything, I always empty my. No, Nelly, thank you for coming by and showing support. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Believe it or not, whenever I come on live, and I was telling somebody earlier today that I get nervous, and I wonder if anybody is today the day that nobody shows up, and I always get nervous. I'm I know you may not believe it because of the way I talk sometimes, but I'm an introvert. Now, if I have to force myself, I will. But I get public speaking. I get very nervous. Luckily, for whatever reason, looking at the monitor, I can only see myself. So to me, this is not really public thinking or speaking. But I get nervous. Believe it or not. And I appreciate you guys when you show up, when you have questions. Now, if you get me talking cruising, I can sit up here and talk cruising. My only problem is sometimes I might say things that people might get upset or whatever, but I love anytime you want to talk cruising about any cruising topic. If I've done it, I've done a lot of cruising, but I love anybody who's talking cruising and you want me on your show, just call me up, and I'm there. I can talk to myself for hours like Miley Cyrus. I can too. I can too. And that's one of the things, like when you're doing a live, is sometimes you have to talk to yourself. You know, sometimes there's only one person in there. Sometimes there's 3 people in there. Well, sometimes, you know, there's 35, 40 people in there. Doesn't matter. The show goes on, and the information is the information. You got to just keep on talking. You got to keep on talking. So, yeah. With that being said, Quantum of the Seas, I really didn't dig into it like I thought I was going to dig into it, but I'm done with it. My recommendation is if you can, well, it depends on what you like. If you like the brand new, sparkly, new ship smell, Star of the Seas, the Lunas, and all that, it might not be for you. But Quantum of the Seas, it has enough to entertain you for a week. It has enough to entertain you for a week. Oh, Chris, you didn't have to do that. Oh, Team Reese, hold on, hold that thought. Team Reese, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Stick around. Kiki, stick around real quick. Chris, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. I already had gifts from you and all that other good stuff. But let me get to this media real quick. Let's see. Where's it at? Let's do this.
Yeah, for the super chat. Yeah, for the super chat. Yeah, for the super chat.
Thank you, Chris, so much. Okay. I got to get this out real quick. Kiki, I need to know, and this is for it's a Parker's on the Go type of question. She spells her name Charvon. Okay. Does she pronounce the R? So when somebody's trying to call her name, is it Charvon or Siobhan? I think it's Siobhan. So the R is silent, is what I'm trying to say. Is the R silent, or yes, yay or no? No, yay or no? And that's my question. I'm so glad. Yes. Hey, welcome in, Travel. Yes, I'll just say Travel. Hey, welcome in, and yes, they give out those West Coast cruises. And Carnival, for me, and as I said, I don't gamble a whole lot, but I gamble some. They pass them out like it's candy. I can look right now and look for cruises on the West Coast. Why? I'm assuming they don't sell as much. But yes, they do. Lisa J Stocks, welcome in. Lisa, I appreciate it. You're welcome for the gifted membership. I appreciate you stopping over to say hi. I know Lisa J. I may not speak all the time, but I go in there and she's talking stocks of people, how to grow your money. If you want to learn about stocks and how to grow your money, good investments, what's bad investments, and all that. I know she's on there. I've seen her on there with Marlene from Life with Marlene. So go check her out if you get a chance. Lisa J, I believe you're new here. If you type in #strong, it'll drop your link so people can connect with you if they feel like connecting with you to learn more about stocks. I'm looking at the chat. I'm getting a little confused here. But yes, they're giving out West Coast cruises like it's COVID tests. But I mean, that's true. I don't have an urge to do a West Coast selling. It's a different vibe. Good to hold on. I missed it, Team Reese. You are right. The R is silent. Yes, and I knew that was where it was because she said it. And it's like the R is silent because I don't think it was me, but somebody was Charvon. And I'm like, no, there's no R in it. No, there's, yes, there is. But no, okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And now I know, now I don't feel bad because I'm like, I've been calling her Siobhan all this time. And are you telling me that I've been saying her name wrong? So no, and they just became a member. So I at least I can get Brandon right. So anyway, well, thank you so much. Thank you, Lisa, for dropping your link. So people that if you want to learn about stocks, if you want to learn finances, Lisa might be your person. I know Rod is another person that does that. And those are the two people that I know that are in there into making you money. So come on YouTube and make money, or learn how to make money. But with that being said, I probably skipped over some chats, but I'm sorry if I did. But I am going to get out of here and call it a night. And I will see you guys Wednesday at 7 p.m. with Scott, Cruise Talk Live. I don't know what our topic is going to be yet. I'm sure it's going to be cruising. And also Thursday. Thursday, I have my Virgin Voyage video coming out. 5 p.m. Thursday. Virgin Voyage's Scarlet Night video. I know you've been watching the Midnight group, but they've all been dropping theirs. Kiki, don't compare mine to Kiki's Team Reach Travels. But come on over. It's probably about, I don't know, 13, 14-minute video. Thursday, Scarlet Night. I did Scarlet Night, and I did a little review of The Wake, the restaurant, my favorite restaurant on Resilient Lady. So come by Thursday, come by Wednesday, and if not, I will see you next Monday. And maybe I'll do a pop-up live with somebody this weekend if they're not busy. So with that being said, if you haven't hit the like button on the way out, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. I'd appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed and you're new to the channel and you want to subscribe, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to become a member, now I don't choose who the free memberships go to, but if you want to become a member, I said $1.99, $2.99 a month is. I forget which one it is. Come on over, join. And with that, people, make sure you stay strong and embrace the journey. And I'm out of here. Bye-bye.
Boom.